I should thank you. I mean, you're what kept me going.
Kind of
my
cringe.
whole life
Kind of.
to you.
Tier 3, bro.
Really?
Tier 3 sub. Oh my god, he is. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am back with some more The Big Hero X. Episode 2. Now, the first episode left us off with a pretty big cliffhanger. There was some weird awkwardness with me kind of saying that I didn't like the idea of a character taking over the life of another character. It's just kind of cringe. It's kind of a cringe idea, in my opinion. Very, very awkward and kind of like, lying unnecessarily. I don't like that. I hate that. But, you know, before he could, fully take over his life, which he was about to, the girlfriend of the guy whose life he was taking over apparently is dead now. Was like in his bed dead, right? So it's like, who knows? Who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen here. But I wouldn't be surprised if, if shit is gonna hit the fan soon. Let's just get into episode 2 of The Big Hero X.
True Love Recipe, it's safe to say Nice has recovered from the hero smile incident. His popularity and trust value are up. A moment they're asking one question: when will Nice propose?
If I can't have you, I'll make sure no one can.
Okay. So is that guy like the guy who killed her? Kind of. If you know me, you know that I'm not too big into the whole romance thing. Like, I don't like when characters, whether it's good or evil, I don't like it when characters do things for love or romance. I don't care necessarily if there's, love or romance that blossoms and blooms during some sort of story. But I don't like it when stories are like where the main motivator for characters is love or romance. That's like super cringe to me. I don't know why. I guess it's probably because I would personally never do things for romance or love.
She loved her life and her freedom. Her fan base steadily increased, and they hoped their favorite blogger could show them every corner of the world. Thanks to them, Moon gained the power of teleportation. And though fairly unknown, she was a hero.
Teleportation, huh? Okay, so if I'm understanding this right, like they gain powers through some sort of belief or personality trait or something? I'm not entirely sure.
Ever since Nice and Moon's first meeting, the entire world has been clamoring for them to get together. Well, folks, the wait is over. Nice and Moon have finally started dating.
Moon. Whoa, this feels too good to be true. Where is she?
What happened? Okay, what happened after that?
She's gone. Was it all just...
What do you mean, was it all... Okay. This is... this is something I don't agree with. You can't just... You can't... Like, what happened afterwards? Did he just black out or something? It would be one thing if you showed him blacking out, falling unconscious right after seeing that, and then he wakes up now in the next episode, but we didn't see him black out, which means, like, he didn't... What? Did he just, like, oh, girl is dead on the ground. I am surprised. I am shocked. I'm going to bed now. And then goes to bed and then wakes up in the morning and she's gone. Like, what? That's not... What? Huh? You know, like, you don't just do that. So what do you mean he wakes up now and is like, where is she? She's gone? Was it a dream? Huh? What happened last night? Did someone knock him out or something? I'm confused. I'm just confused. What? Nah. Something's wrong. Again, it's weird. It's just weird. Why was he just sleeping? You can't just do that. You just can't. You can't just be like, oh, he just wakes up the next day. What do you mean? You saw her dead and then you went to bed? Right? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? So something must have happened. I'm going to assume here that he got knocked out. Right after seeing her dead, he got knocked the fuck out. We just didn't see it. That's what I'm gonna assume. That is the only explanation here. Otherwise, there's no way he would have just gone to sleep himself. But even then, I don't know.
She's my
I don't know.
girlfriend. I should say good morning. Hey.
I don't know.
It's like she's a different person today.
Right? Because she is a different person, most likely.
You aren't nice.
So you knew.
Where is he then?
Okay.
Well, he's dead.
So he's dead, and you bought a new one? Why do you insist on torturing me? I already told you I am done!
Okay. So this is kind of what I predicted last episode, right? But then who the fuck was the girl who was dead? I don't know. Sus. I'm so confused. But that's good. That is good.
Nice is more than just a person, after all. He's this company's most valuable brand. And it's up to us to keep that brand alive and well. All of us.
But I have for 3 years. I'm done playing girlfriend.
Good news. You won't have to do it for much longer. The fans have been eager to see you take on a new role. His wife.
Wait, his wife?
Yeah. It's never a good idea to push couples and then promote them to be couples or promote their coupling. Fuck, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. It's never a good idea to promote two celebrities and their relationship and make it like a big deal. Like if two celebrities want to get together, sure, it's fine. But never a good idea to push like the marketing on that. But yeah, I'm so confused. What the fuck is going on? So right now they're doing what I thought they would be doing in the first episode early on. But then the girl, Moon, she was acting so basic that I thought, oh, I guess she was just a goody girl, right? Girly girl. And then we found her dead in the bed. And so I thought, okay, they're going in that angle where she like dies and shit, and maybe people are gonna blame him for the death because she's dead in his bed. But then he wakes up and she's apparently alive, and now she's the way I thought she would be, which is like she's not into him at all. It's like I'm so confused. There's no way that was a dream, obviously. And they did talk about stuff like bringing him back. Nice, I mean, the original. I don't know what's going on.
Serious?
It'll be the same job. You'll just be making it legally binding. Actually, you already did that. Back when you signed your contracts.
Oh, of course. A deal's a deal, right?
Like hell it is. Screw your contract. Burn it!
Question. If she gets exposed, then what happens to me?
We're done here. I'll give you some time to think it through. I'm putting this floor on lock down.
No, wait!
The door opens when you agree to the marriage.
Okay, so one thing I'm immediately going to say, okay? There is this trope in anime called, fuck, what was it called? Oh, I think it's forced romance or forced relationship. I'm not sure which one. Could be both. But there is this trope, and the trope consists of two characters that are forced into a relationship, whether it's arranged marriage, or arranged engagement or something. or they are undercover for some reason or another, so they're kind of, you know, they're forced into a relationship for one reason or another, and then slowly but surely, even though they might hate each other at first, they come to love each other. I fucking hate this trope. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking hate this trope. Because this is like, it's like a massive excuse to have, you know, the protagonist meet the main girl, and then the main girl and the protagonist end up together because they're forced together. Now, what I would like, and what I'm going to hope is going to happen in this show, is that, sure, you know, they're forced into a relationship, but as they grow to learn, as they learn more about each other, they come to, like, be friends, I guess, just friends, right? And then maybe eventually, once they break off their weird fucking forced relationship here, then maybe eventually, towards the very end, you can show maybe there's a little bit of like, oh, they've come to maybe like each other, maybe, right? And you kind of leave it off there where it's like, oh, there's hope for these two, right? Maybe they're going in that direction in the future, but I don't like the idea that every single time that this happens, where it's a forced relationship, that the two characters end up falling in love for real. That's just not how real life works. People don't just fall in love with each other just because they're forced to be in the same room or forced to be in each other's vicinity or pretend to be together. They don't just fall in love based off of how much time they spend together. That's not how it works. And that's why I find it so fucking cringe sometimes. But that's just my opinion.
You can teleport out, right?
I am not having this conversation with you. You people are hell-bent on pissing me off!
He brought up a very good question. You can just teleport out, right? Or are you a fake as well?
I didn't think it was
Because the real one died.
possible, but somehow she seemed cuter than before.
We are not perfect! I don't want marriage, I want freedom!
God, this guy is such a simp.
No Wi-Fi, no food delivery.
But I do like her. I like her a lot more now. Please, for the love of all that is holy, do not make them fall in love with each other. I get it, he's a simp for her, sure. But holy fuck, just do a friendship. Please, please.
Guess you're different from him after all. His perfection had a major side effect. Everything else had to be perfect too.
That's interesting. I have been a bit more of a neat freak than usual. Hey, what the heck was that for?
Be yourself. You don't need to be nice.
God damn it! I'm telling you, the name just, it's so. I don't even know what the word for it is.
You wanted. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Perfect throw.
Punk!
I don't like this. This is too early, by the way. Too early. They barely had the girl, like, showing her frustration and stuff, right? They should have had that for the entire episode, and then maybe towards the end of the episode they have the scene. It's too early. They're having fun too early.
Look alive.
We still haven't seen her teleport. Important thing to remember.
I don't think I ever asked you your real name.
Why can't you teleport away from this place?
See the issue?
I don't?
The believers want us to be together forever. My powers grew to reflect that. My portal can only ever lead directly to Nice's side. It sucks. I'm tired of them ruling my life.
That's
I'm tired of being an
interesting.
accessory.
So, like, their powers are kind of very belief-based. Very
I've had a
belief-based.
contract with Treeman. It's just work. Always has been.
I see.
Well, you still have to answer my question.
Oh, my real name is Lin Ling.
I like that name much better than Nice. Night.
True. Honestly, kind of same. I'm just gonna call him Mr. Lin.
I don't get how people existed before TV and video games. My brain is starving.
Bro, that's the first time I've ever heard anybody else say that. Bro, holy fuck. You know, occasionally I just walk around in my home and I think about shit, right? And I remember some time ago, probably a couple of years ago, the power went out, which means no electricity, right? So, no computer. Sure, I had my phone, but like, I'm not really a phone guy, right? Usually I'm just on my computer. So no computer. Pretty much no nothing. No TV, no nothing. And I just sat there for hours, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm so bored. What did I do before computers? And I realized, holy fuck, bro, I've had a computer since I was probably around 10 years old. I ran into some money and I bought myself my first computer. And from then on, I've been almost always just on my computer. Whenever I had time, I was just on my computer. And I thought to myself, like, before the computer era, what did people do to have fun? What did I do before I was like 10 years old? Now, granted, I don't really remember, but like before the computer era, what did people do for fun? Other than, I don't know, go out with their friends to a bar or something. But like, what did they do in their free time? What even is there to do? Because for me, it's like pretty much all my entertainment comes from my computer. There I have access to the internet. I have access to shows. I have access to video games. I have access to most of the shit that I do. Editing, right? Like, you know, I like editing. Everything has to do with my computer. So if I didn't have my computer, what would I do? I don't know. Legitimately, like, all my entertainment, all my hobbies are through my computer. So if I didn't have my computer, what the fuck would I do? I legitimately have no idea. I would probably just sit around in my house, do nothing. I literally can't think of anything. It's insane.
It's over! She can't ignore this! Burn my contract, or I'm gonna hang myself!
Based. And they have cameras?
A dozen times. She knows that you won't do it.
The two of them all alone in there, they'll develop feelings for each other, whether they like it or not.
See, even she's saying it. I hope to God that that's not what's going to happen. I don't mind the friendship, but holy fuck, I hope to God that they don't develop, feelings for each other. You know, this is kind of what I would be doing as well. I suppose if I didn't have my computer. Just build some random shit and just do some random shit, you know?
Didn't know you were a creative guy.
I worked in advertising. Corporate drone. The clients were demanding, but I like solving puzzles. Here, it needs a cushion.
You said you had tough clients. Like who?
Well, Miss J for sure. You know, your promos? I wrote them all.
So that's how you were able to answer that question on the game show. Thank you.
I should thank you. I mean, you're what kept me going.
Kind of cringe. Kind of tier 3, bro. Tier 3 sub.
Moon,
Oh my God, he is.
I owe my whole life to you. Please marry me. Be my wife.
Of course.
Holy fuck, that's cringe. I'm still kind of waiting for the actual plot to kick in. Like, what is the actual plot here?
Now we fans can finally excel. I object. Who is this? It's none other than Nice's nemesis, Rex!
Who?
If I can't have you, I'll make sure no one can. Nice! Why the hell haven't you replied to me? I've texted, I've emailed, I've called. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you?
You're envious of Nice's perfection, so you came here to steal his joy! That means I'm the one you're after, right?
She's too loud. Let's talk in private.
Bro. This guy's based. I'm not gonna lie. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Women, get the hell out of here, bro.
All this time.
Here I come!
You're done with me? They didn't tell you? I want to hear it from you, not them. You don't know. Then tell me.
Usually the bad guy attacks the girl and Nice beats out the bad guy. We're reversing.
He's completely off script. What is that idiot doing?
Even though it's selfish.
Yeah, it is.
But hope.
Hope for what? Stop hoping. Like, this is one of those situations. Remember what we talked about last episode where, you know, what makes a hero, right? A real hero in this situation would sacrifice their own feelings for the girl to allow her to have a free life. A real hero would not hope for a relationship with her over letting her be free and letting her choose her own path. Another thing to remember is that it's kind of like how I view shit like Spider-Man or any of these heroes in these hero movies where why the fuck are these heroes getting into relationships? It's a movie, so obviously that's why. But in reality, I feel like anybody who has superpowers and is fighting crime and is a superhero, because they're a hero, they would sacrifice their own want for a relationship to just not get an innocent person involved. Especially if they know that they have like enemies and villains, right? And anybody that they get together with, that the hero gets together with, could be in danger. As the hero, I would make the decision of like, hey, I'm not going to pursue anybody to keep them safe. Makes sense, right? It makes sense that a superhero would not go into a relationship to protect those people, because anybody close to the hero would be a target. So it doesn't make any fucking sense that they would actively try to get with people and you know, get into a relationship. It's just, I've always thought it was so stupid, because real heroes, as I said, a real hero would sacrifice their own want for a relationship with a girl for the greater good.
Right. Since I'd be the perfect husband, obviously you wouldn't turn me down. But what if a third party swooped in? We're too perfect to ever split up naturally. We need something tragic.
It's certainly more compelling than just proposing on camera.
If this works, am I free?
I wouldn't go that far. This would just replace the wedding. I don't know how to sever you from me for good.
There's always the option to kill her. You hit the nail on the head. A good tragedy would sell even better than your romance.
Huh?
We can set up a wedding and kill the bride on the spot. It'll be a riveting moment. Give Nice some shiny new lore. And then Moon can leave you for good.
I was just trying to push back the marriage.
That's actually kind of what I thought was going to happen for real at the end of last episode.
No, we've completely lost the plot.
True.
Stick to the script, you moron!
Stay out of this. We need privacy.
Jesus, okay.
Now no one will disturb us. Speak. Where is Nice?
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
No. I can tell the second you opened your mouth, you're not the Nice that I know. Tell me what happened to Nice.
Didn't they tell him? I mean, I guess if they hired him, I mean, there's no reason to tell him.
Suicide.
What's up with him?
The freak has lost it! I'll send other heroes to clean this up. You two, get out of there now!
This is my fight.
Debatable.
You idiot! You're not ready for something of his caliber!
You've thrown worse at me, Miss J.
I have no idea what you're talking about! Nice? Nice! Let me help!
I like the art style change, but I think I would actually prefer if the fights were in 3D. I mean, it's still good, but like...
Just as I thought. You aren't nice. Becoming heroes was a dream we shared. Yet the scripts painted us as total opposites. At the time, I was happy to play your nemesis. It helped boost your trust value. I thought I was building something for both of us.
Going on true love recipe.
And then one day, you stopped replying to my messages. Now, I finally understand why. Our dream of becoming heroes together was shattered long ago.
Nice.
It's interesting how it's almost like there are no... I mean, maybe there are actual, you know, villains and bad guys, but it's almost like all the heroes... I mean, the powers seem to be real, but all the heroes and the villains and everything, it's just kind of like a publicity stunt. It's kind of like brands doing heroes and villains, like playing around with heroes and villains, right? Like just kind of, everything is just kind of a show, basically.
On you. And forgot about me.
Hold on. I'll get you some help. You'll be okay.
I'm fine. The plan worked. I'm not hurt. It's a blood pack, remember? Thanks. It's because of you I'm free again. I know my attitude was terrible. But thank you for listening to my complaints. So long. Lindley.
What, they actually killed her? I guess it works. The question is, how much does the public actually know? Like, are they aware that it's kind of just a, you know, like a story that's being created? Or are they actually thinking that it's real? This is not really, like, if the public believes that this is real, then I'm not actually sure that this is a good plan, because she still wants to live a normal life, right? Just not with quote unquote nice, right? So she probably still wants to keep doing her, like, what, blog or whatever vlog, but people would recognize her considering how popular she is. So it's like, how is she gonna go to a different country or something? You know, like, I feel like killing her, especially if people believe that it's true, like this whole thing was real, people would find out that she's not dead and be like,
I didn't realize he was such an actor.
I've known her for years, but I didn't understand her until the very end.
Woohoo! I can finally leave work! Come help me pick my disguise!
I have a surprise for you.
Really? This is...
At the interview, I asked everyone to pray for your freedom. For your soul to be released.
Yes! I'm finally free from the girlfriend curse! To tell you the truth, I'm not sure. But I have an excellent idea of what I don't want. And you? What is it that your heart wants?
Well,
Breaking news. Everyone's talking about the hero Nice. After a rapid increase in popularity, he has announced plans to land a spot in the top 10 hero rankings.
Perfect. If that's what you want. Good luck.
wait!
How curious. His heart rate drastically increased. It happened at the exact moment I brought out the ad exec. Is it possible he knew him? Wait. So you're Nice. Shit.
There is only one thing even the most complacent of citizens can't lie to themselves about. And that is their own fear.
That spotlight's mark!
How about it? Would you like to sample the great power that fear can bring? This moment shall mark the death of the Enlighter and the birth of a new Titan, the God Eye.
Interesting, interesting. I mean, okay. Let's be honest here. I'm pretty sure she's gonna come back. I pray to God that it's gonna just keep on being a friendship, straight up. Honestly, you know what they should do? Just to add on top of it, just to make her a lesbian, right? Just have her come back when Nice is in trouble. Have her come to his rescue, and she has a girlfriend, right? So just to make sure that no one thinks that she's going to be the main love interest or anything. You know, that's what I would do. That's what I hope they're going to do. Probably not going to happen, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. Point is, I pray to God that she's not going to be the love interest. Or just in general, that it's not really about the romance, the show. One other thing that I actually wanted to mention real quick is when she asked him, like, what do you want? And we think to ourselves, like, what does he want? For him, it was like, he wants to be a hero or something. And if all these powers and stuff are like belief-based, it could be very cool to have like him have this belief that maybe, you know, he is destined to do more than just, you know, work a dead-end job. And so now that he is in this position, he feels like a responsibility or something. He feels like he believes that he can make a difference now, right? He truly believes himself to be a hero now, potentially. And that's another quality that I believe heroes have, which is when you have the ability to make a difference for the benefit of others, even if you have the choice of a comfortable life where you don't go to help them and you could live happily ever after yourself, but you actively choose to sacrifice your own happily ever after and jump into the flames to make sure that other people have a happily ever after. That's very much another quality that makes a hero. One example that I love actually bringing up is yet again Attack on Titan, if you've ever seen that. Basically in that show, you know, towards the end, a lot of the characters are in this situation where they could do nothing and they would live, and their loved ones, most of them, would live, and they would probably be completely well off, and they would have a potentially great life. They could have anything they wanted in their life. They are at a position where they could have everything, but they cannot help themselves. They just cannot help themselves to go and try to save other people, throwing it all away, throwing everything they wanted away just to save everybody else. People that they don't know, people that they will never meet. They throw away everything that they could ever want and jump into the flames with risk of death, very high risk of death actually, potentially failing for nothing, just to give others a better life. Look at me just yapping about some bullshit. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of The Big Hero X. We shall be back with episode 3 next time. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.